The goal is simple: to move from high-level policy to everyday practice, empowering you as educators. All right, let's just dive right in. Generative AI isn't some far-off concept, it's here. It's already in our classrooms, and our students are using it. So the real question isn't if we should engage with it, but how. How do we, as education professionals, lead the way in making sure it's used responsibly and ethically? To do that, we need a really solid foundation. We're going to structure our whole approach around 4 key ethical pillars. Now, these aren't just abstract ideas. Think of them as practical guides for every decision we make about AI in our schools. First up, transparency. On a basic level, this just means students and teachers should know when they're interacting with an AI. But it goes so much deeper than that, right? We need to actively foster AI literacy, giving students the critical skills to question and understand the content AI creates, rather than just accepting it as fact. Next, we have to talk about impartiality and bias. AI systems learn from the data we feed them, and if that data reflects existing societal biases, well, the AI is just going to amplify them. This is a huge deal because it strikes right at the heart of our mission to create fair and inclusive learning environments for every single student. Let me give you a concrete example of how this can play out. Imagine an AI tool designed to grade essays. If it was trained mostly on texts written by native English speakers, it might unfairly penalize a student who's learning English as a second language, mistaking their normal language development for poor writing. And just like that, a tool meant to be helpful can actually undermine fairness in our classrooms. This brings us to a huge point: accountability. When an AI tool makes a mistake, who's responsible? The critical thing to remember is that accountability is shared. It involves clear ethical rules at the school level and, most importantly, consistent human oversight from us, the educators. This chain of responsibility makes sure we never just delegate our professional judgment entirely to a machine. The teacher must always be the human in the loop, guiding, validating, and, when it's needed, overriding AI-driven suggestions to ensure the best outcomes for our students. And of course, there's the big one: authorship and intellectual property. AI challenges our traditional ideas of what originality and academic integrity look like, especially when a student can generate an entire essay with a single prompt. This means our policies have to evolve thoughtfully. So the conversation has to shift away from simply banning these tools and move towards teaching integrity. We need to redefine academic integrity for the AI era, focusing on how to use these powerful tools ethically and transparently, as a support for learning, not a replacement for it. Now, the great thing is, these principles aren't just good ideas floating around. They are supported by a really robust set of guiding frameworks right here in Europe. So let's see how these pillars are supported by official policy, creating a real structure for our work. You have key documents from the European Commission, UNESCO, and the OECD, all providing the foundation for a cohesive, Europe-wide approach. And remember, these aren't just for policymakers. They provide the ethical backbone for our classroom practices. It's really crucial to understand the difference here. Think of the OECD principles as a professional code of conduct. They offer expert, internationally respected guidance. The EU AI Act, on the other hand, is the law of the land. It establishes legally binding rules. And why does this matter for your classroom? Well, under this act, certain AI systems used in education could be classified as high risk. That means schools will have a legal obligation to choose tools that are transparent, fair, and allow for human oversight, making our ethical goals a legal requirement. Ultimately, when you boil it all down, all these principles and policies depend on one thing: your professional leadership. Building trust with students, parents, and the wider community that AI is being used safely and effectively in our schools, that starts with us.